When someone knocks on the door, many dogs react with excitement, barking, or anxious behavior. While this is natural, it can also be disruptive or overwhelming for both you and your guests. Training your dog to remain calm during door knocks helps create a peaceful home environment and builds better self-control in your pet. In this guide, we'll explore simple, positive techniques to help your dog manage excitement, respond to cues, and stay relaxed whenever the doorbell rings or someone knocks. Today, we'll talk about teaching your dog to stay calm during door knock. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. Understanding why door knocks trigger excitement. Dogs naturally react to door knocks because the sound signals something new, unexpected, and often exciting. For many dogs, a knock means guests, attention, or even a potential threat, which triggers barking, jumping, and pacing. Understanding this instinct helps you approach training more effectively. Dogs rely heavily on sound cues, and a sudden knock increases their adrenaline, leading to heightened behavior. Before correcting the reaction, recognize that your dog isn't misbehaving on purpose. It's a built-in response. Your goal is to shift their association from excitement or alertness to calmness and control. When you train consistently, your dog learns that knocks are not a signal for chaos, but a cue to remain relaxed. This mindset change forms the foundation of teaching your dog to stay calm when the door is disturbed. 2. Introducing controlled exposure to door knocks. To help your dog stay calm, begin by introducing them to controlled versions of the knocking sound. Instead of waiting for someone to knock unexpectedly, create the sound yourself at a low intensity. Start by lightly tapping on the door while keeping your dog on a leash or near you. When they remain calm, reward them with praise or treats. Gradually increase the knocking volume and frequency over several sessions. This desensitization method helps the dog realize that door knocks are not always exciting events. By practicing in a controlled environment, you give your dog the chance to succeed without overwhelming them. Consistency is key. Short, daily sessions work best. Over time, your dog becomes more familiar with the sound, making it easier for them to manage their reaction. 3. Teaching a calm behavior to replace the reaction. Your dog needs an alternative behavior to replace the excited response triggered by a knock. A good option is teaching them to sit, lie down, or go to a designated spot whenever they hear the sound. Begin by practicing the command without any distractions. Once your dog understands the command reliably, introduce the knocking sound softly and immediately guide them into the calm behavior. Reward generously when they follow instructions. Repetition helps them associate the knock with the new action rather than chaos. Dogs learn by patterns, so the more you reinforce calmness, the faster they adapt. Over time, the knock becomes a cue for stillness instead of excitement. This replacement behavior builds emotional control and sets your dog up for long-term success in real situations. 4. Creating a designated calm spot near the door. A designated calm spot works as an anchor point for your dog during exciting moments. Choose an area near the entrance but far enough that your dog cannot rush the door. Train your dog to go to this spot and stay there until released. At first, practice the command without any door-related triggers. Once your dog learns to stay comfortably, introduce mild distractions like knocking or doorbell sounds. Reward your dog each time they hold their position calmly. This calm spot becomes a safe and predictable space where your dog feels grounded. When guests arrive, direct your dog to the spot before opening the door. With consistent training, this area becomes associated with quiet behavior, helping your dog stay composed during unexpected knocks. 5. Using positive reinforcement to strengthen calm behavior. Positive reinforcement is one of the most powerful tools for teaching calmness during door knocks. Dogs repeat behaviors that bring them rewards, so every time they stay composed, immediately praise them or offer a treat. Timing matters. Reward within seconds of the calm behavior to make the association clear. Use calm praise instead of overly excited praise to avoid triggering energy spikes. High-value treats like small bites of chicken or cheese can strengthen learning faster. Over time, you can gradually reduce treat frequency and rely more on verbal praise. This method builds a positive emotional link with calmness instead of stress. When combined with consistent practice, positive reinforcement helps your dog develop self-control and confidence around door-related triggers. 6. Practicing real-life scenarios with friends and family. Once your dog shows progress in controlled settings, practice real-life scenarios by involving friends or family members. Ask them to knock on the door while you supervise your dog. Guide your dog to their calm spot or command immediately when the knock occurs. Reward calm behavior just as you practiced. These real-life sessions add unpredictability, helping your dog generalize the training to everyday situations. Gradually increase difficulty by having longer knocks, multiple knocks, or different people participating. Each practice strengthens your dog's ability to remain calm even when excitement rises. This step is crucial because dogs often behave differently with familiar practice sounds compared to actual visitors. Repetition and varied practice build reliability. 7. Managing energy levels before training sessions. A calm dog is easier to train, so managing their energy levels before door knock training is essential. High-energy dogs often react with more intensity, making it harder for them to stay settled. Before each session, consider giving your dog a short walk or some playtime to release excess energy. Mental stimulation also helps. Puzzle toys, sniffing games, and training drills can relax an overly excited dog. When your dog begins training slightly tired, they respond more positively and learn faster. Even in daily life, maintaining regular exercise routines can dramatically reduce intense reactions to knocks. A well-exercised dog is more balanced, focused, and naturally less reactive to sudden sounds like door knocks. 8. Setting clear rules for household members. Training will only succeed if everyone in the household follows the same rules. Dogs become confused when different people enforce different standards. Explain the training process to family members, including what behavior is expected from the dog and what actions reinforce calmness. Teach them not to rush to the door when a knock happens, as this behavior can excite the dog further. Instead, encourage them to stay calm and avoid giving the dog attention when it reacts negatively. Even children should understand not to interact with the dog until it's settled. Consistency across the home environment ensures that your dog receives unified messages, making training easier and results more long-lasting. 9. Avoiding common mistakes that reinforce excitement. Certain actions unintentionally reinforce hyperbehavior during door knocks. For example, yelling at a barking dog often increases excitement because the dog interprets the noise as participation. Opening the door while your dog is still agitated rewards the excitement by moving the situation forward. Another common mistake is comforting your dog when it becomes anxious or hyper, which reinforces emotional dependence. Avoid petting or speaking soothingly when your dog is reacting. Instead, wait for calmness before offering attention. Consistency is critical. Never allow the dog to greet visitors unless fully calm. By identifying and eliminating these common errors, you create a clearer path towards stable and predictable behavior around door knocks. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.